This is Regis Prograis, and you're tuning into True School Sports.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, let's talk about it, man. We're not too far now from what figures to be a momentous occasion in the 140-pound weight class as Regis Prograis takes on John Jose Zepeda in the battle for the vacant WBC lightweight title now, or super lightweight title, I should say. So now, this is why, this video right here is going to be why Jose Zepeda will whoop and can whoop Regis Prograis. You know, Jose Zepeda has been one of these guys for a long time that has always been close to the top. You know, he's never quite become world champion, but he's always had the quality you felt like to become world champion. I mean, going all the way back to when he fought, you know, Abner Lopez, and then obviously the Jose Ramirez fight, which he lost a majority decision. You know, then he beats Pedraza when Pedraza was at, you know, a good level, winning some fights. Beat Kendo Castaneda, who's who at the time only had one loss, and Kendo Castaneda, you've seen what he's been able to do this year in that last chance tournament. Kendo Castaneda is a good winner and a good fighter. Then he had the war of the millennium with Ivan Baranchyk, which, you know, you kind of wonder if it took a lot out of him. Hank Lundy, you know, he's beaten some good live bodies in his professional career, but he's never quite got over that hump. Now, if you're looking at why maybe he could beat Regis Prograis, my thing with him would be is that, you know, over the last 3 years, I think Prograis boxed 34 rounds in the last 3 years. Zepeda's boxed 36 rounds in the last 3 years. So there's not much in the number of rounds. But what the most telling thing is to me is the fact that Zepeda has been going deeper in fights. So like the Pedraza fight went the full 10. Castaneda went the full 10. Hank Lundy went the full 10. You know what I'm saying? As to where Prograis, you know, he had the one fight with Josh Taylor that went the full 12. But then every other fight he had outside of that from in the last 3 years has been 6 rounds or less. So the guy that I feel like the fight may favor more, if you're looking at like just how they fight and the numbers and stuff, it may favor Zepeda. And you know, with Zepeda, he's a guy that I feel like this is it for him. Like, this is now or never for him. He's 33 years old. He's still at a great level in boxing. This weight class is going to get very crowded here in the next few years with the top guys, the top young guys from 35 moving up to 140. So if he's ever going to be a world champion, it's going to be in this fight. And I genuinely feel like the fact that he's gone deeper in fights over the last couple of years than Prograis has, this along with the fact that he should be the more hungrier fighter, should be one of the reasons why he finds a way to beat Regis Prograis and whoop him and become champion. Because, you know, it's funny, man. Like, he said it himself by his own admission. Sometimes he doesn't believe in himself, and he's got to believe in himself in this fight. If Prograis hits him with a heavy, hard shot, he's got to have that resolve to hang tough and not you know, lose his composure or lose his head when things don't go his way. And that's where to me, from the Zepeda side of things, that's the fight within the fight. That's what we need to be looking at. When Regis Prograis lands some of these right hooks or these straight left hands, heavy shots on Zepeda, I'm going to be looking at to see how he reacts to these kind of things. And I feel like if he can react to these things well, and if he can maybe mix in a little bit of boxing, because he does have a 2.5-inch reach advantage with, I think he's a 70.5 to Regis is like a 68-inch reach. So he's got about a 2.5-inch reach advantage. If he can exploit that advantage for himself a little bit better, he's got a chance to win this fight. But both these guys are tested. I genuinely feel like if you look at the 140-pound division over the last, you know, 3 to 4 years, these are the best guys. You know, these are some of the best guys that this weight class has to offer. So this fight hasn't really gotten the coverage it deserves. I haven't even covered as much as I probably should have. But Jose Zepeda, I feel like, you know, it's do or die for him. And if he wins this fight, I feel like it's going to be because of desperation and the fact that maybe he might just be a little bit more prepared based on him going deeper into fights in his more recent fights than Prograis is. Prograis got great power. You know, it takes a true man to stand up to the power of Regis Prograis. But for the most part, you know, Regis Prograis is accustomed to guys within the first 6 rounds or less, him hitting them and then them falling over. Now, if he hits these guys, if he hits if he hits Zepeda and he doesn't fall over, then I feel like that's gonna be that can be something that mentally helps Zepeda going deeper into the fight. You know, also like if he hasn't had a lot taken out of him from the Ivan Baranchyk fight, and he still has a lot left in the tank from that fight, then I feel like that fight could actually also serve as an advantage and an experience for him if he can get this fight deep, because you know, fights like that really make you hardened up as a fighter, and they can really make you go to those places you don't want to go. But how many times can he go back there? We don't know. So the fight within the fight for me is the resolve of Jose Chon Zepeda. But he beats Regis Prograis and whoops him to me because if he's able to get him into the later rounds and be the more desperate fighter going on the stretch. So, those are my thoughts on Jose Zepeda going into the big fight, Regis Prograis. Should be a lot of fun. We'll be live for it here on True School Sports, so make sure you guys tune in and definitely, check out what we got going on here on True School Sports. And, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
And I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing, too. You are spectacular. And
Thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing and keep up the good work.